Hey guys, welcome. Alright, so it's Dueling Peaks time. Just so you know where I'm kind of launching from, that shrine we just finished up. And I'm going to go right down to the very highest point on that Dueling Peaks down there. Reason being, we got a couple of quick Korok seeds we can grab up top. And then I'm going to kind of do like a giant lap around the Dueling Peaks. Kind of thinking back to my Breath of the Wild videos. Lap around the Great Plateau. But this will be a much quicker version. Alright, so you can already see our first Korok seed coming into view. Now, once again, guys, be careful with these, because if your feet touch the ground, it's gonna, make the thing disappear. So you kind of got to jump before your feet touch the rock on the way over. And I barely stuck that landing. Alright, so from here, make your way over toward the north. We're actually going to head to the other peak now. A couple of Korok seeds over there as well. I say as well, there's only one on the other side, two over here. And just because I have Force of Habit from the other game, I like to still use bomb arrows to take out the balloons. It's a personal choice. Alright, we got the Mr. T puzzle block here. If I can figure out how to get it in there. Apparently someone put Vaseline all over that thing. Alright, so now what I want to do from here is ascend back to the top. Now notice there's a little triangular kind of wall there. If you go to the right-hand side of that deal, you'll be able to find a ascend point, but not before sliding, so you have to be kind of quick. You can only take a step or two forward, and then Link will slide, but that second step forward is when the green light triggers for your ascend there. So a little bit tricky. But ultimately I want to stay up here because I'm going to be picking up some more goodies along the way. Now there's a bad boy nest with a black moblin. Feel free if you need the monster parts. And I'm sure y'all remember this Korok seed. This is where we had to play a little bit of football and punt the rock through the goalposts here. This version is a little bit easier. This version is a little bit easier. Alright, from here, guys, it's going to be straight down. And we are going to activate a travel gate real quick. Now, if it's raining in your game, this is going to be a little difficult. We don't have the sticky frog suit yet. But if it's not raining in your game, I'll show you a little bit of a trick to climbing here. Essentially what I'm going to do is find a slope that is a little softer. And this one probably isn't going to do it. I think that's still a little too steep. But right above that point, right up here, see how the grade gets a little bit better? So essentially you can hit the B button and kind of back out of the climb. And, Link's going to slide around a little bit, and that's okay. We're not necessarily doing that to get more elevation. We're doing that so that our stamina wheel refills. See, every time I slide and stuff, I get more stamina. So, again, assuming it's not raining, that's a nice little trick you can just keep in mind for future climbs. Definitely cuts down on how much stamina you have to consume. Alright, so I'm going to just make my way around, and I probably went up a little higher than I needed to. But it'll speed it up a little bit, trying to get around this mountain when he comes. Actually, poo-poo, I'm not quite high enough. What I'm looking for is that bundle of trees to my left. So I'm not quite where I need to be just yet. I'll see if... Nah, that's definitely too steep of a grade there. I'll be eating stamina, that's okay. Come on, Link. You can do it! Oh, no, you cannot do it! Yes, you can do it! The little engine that could. Alright, so now I've probably gotten myself to where I need to be. According to my mini-map there, I am right on target. Not a ton of stuff over here. This is more just a Korok seed spot. Huh, I just happened to be standing right where I landed. Alrighty, so here... You know what, I need to make a rock hammer. I probably don't have a weapon. Actually, yeah, that'll work. Alright, nothing, I think I already said, nothing really too great here, but there are a couple of pickups. Now, there's more stuff in the area, but that kind of gets us going away from the Dueling Peaks here, so for right now, I'm just going to kind of stick to the mountain. Alright, so just to show you on the map where we're at now, I'm heading down toward this little lonely tree. And when I was doing my dry run of the area, I jumped down there to kill a red Bobkin boss. And, you know, that was all good, but then I brain farted and saved the game. So now I cannot show you that part of it. But do know that he is down there, and you're going to need those monster parts. So anytime you come across the reds, take a moment to kill them, if nothing else, for their monster part. And just to kind of show you guys on the map where that would be, it's kind of surrounded by lakes. This is where the old tower was, Sheikah Tower, whatever. And he's right about there somewhere. Alright, so from here, we're actually right where we need to be to catch the North Cave. Now this North Cave, every cave has a bubble frog, so there's actually 2 bubble frogs we're going to scoop up. But the North Cave really doesn't serve any purpose other than to tell you how to unlock the South Cave. The South Cave is... The South Cave is where Tingles Shirt's going to be. How did I not hit him in the head? I thought I was locked onto that one. Alright, so speaking of bubble frogs, right up to the left, y'all probably like me, walked right past that thing a few times in your different playthroughs. Sweet deal. Alright, there isn't too much else in here under way of loot. But I will show you guys that puzzle key that I was mentioning a second ago. Yeah, nobody wants that. Alright, so there you have it. Now, it's real easy to get turned around because, you know, this cave is facing north. When you're in the other cave, you're facing south, and then, you know, you can, in your mind, feel like you have to turn this thing around or something. You don't. So basically what we have to do is just kind of look at it, and you'll see that flat part of the triangle is facing us. When we get to the other cave, we're going to be looking at the exact same thing, only it'll be on the floor. So if you can remember, the left corner has a rock, and then kind of like 3 of them in a boomerang formation there. If you don't think you can remember that, feel free to take a snapshot or a screenshot of that using the little circle in the square button. And then you can always refer back to your photo album going through your Switch. Alright folks, now I'm going to get us out of here real quickly. There's going to be an ascend point, but kind of back toward the mouth of the cave. And that'll put us right about where we need to be to get to the other cave. Okay, so we need to get up there. It's going to be quite a journey through the rocks here. But pretty much as soon as the thing turns green, you can go for it. Alright, and again, this will be right where we need to be. Alright folks, so welcome to South Cave. Now this is a really good indicator we're in a Misko's treasure cave with that little, like, dilapidated flag sticking out from the wall. Anytime you're in a cave and you see something like that, and you didn't, you know, get Misko's treasure chests, take another look around. Chances are pretty good it's hiding somewhere. Now last time I did my dry run, I got a Hinox bow, which I hadn't seen those since Breath of the Wild. And this time I got a garbage shield. Not quite as exciting as the Hinox bow, but not bad either. Alright, so once again, every cave has a bubble frog. This would be this cave's. Okay, now, so remember from the North Cave, that whole triangle. We're going to have that exact same pattern here on the floor. Alright, so remember that left-hand spot. Now you're going to have to pick this rock up, because we can't have the wrong switch pressed there. So then the other three go here in that boomerang pattern. So now I think we can actually just stand on the switch. We don't need to necessarily put a rock down. But I will put a rock down and just kind of back up so you can get a quick bird's eye view of exactly what that's supposed to look like. Alright folks, there you have it. That's where all your rocks go. Now this is just one of the Tingles pieces, which I use this for rupees. I don't typically upgrade it or wear it even. Alright folks, so that is the South Cave. Hope that helped y'all out. If you like the content I provide in my videos, please take a moment to like and subscribe. I'm going to ascend us out of here. And it doesn't have to be perfect, just somewhere in this big room here. But what I'm looking for is a blue Hinox. And one mistake that I really tend to make in this game, just because the progression of the enemies happens so much faster than Breath of the Wild. In Breath of the Wild, you had to be a lot more deliberate with getting the enemies to upgrade their strength. So, you know, red to blue, blue to black, black to silver, etc. Yeah, so that's about where that Hinox should be. But in this game, it just goes lightning fast. Like, in Breath of the Wild, you had to be a lot more deliberate about making that happen. You really had to, you know, focus on killing just lots of stuff, big stuff. This game, you can just accidentally do it, and before you know it, your enemies have progressed, and then the lower level enemies are harder and harder to find. So, you know, just a little tidbit. Early game, do take the time to kill the red, the blue stuff, and you'll be better off for suit upgrades later on. Okay, so now a little trick to these Hinox. As you can see, I'm kind of walking around real slow since I don't have stealth. If you have stealth, you can walk around a lot faster, but if you just kind of want to pick him clean, that's how you do it. Alright, let's see if I can get down without waking him up. I feel like I'm going to. No, I didn't. Cool. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, so I'm going to put my Royal Guard's Claymore to use. And see what kind of damage I can do. Oh, I already broke the tip on that thing. That's not fun. Okay, so I got him about half dead there. That's not great. What's up, Doc? Wow, that took a while to find. Okay, so I'm too close to this guy, but from a better distance, you can a lot of times get headshots with just, you know, attaching that eyeball to it. And it's kind of like a heat-seeking weapon. It'll guide itself and... Uh-oh. We got a leg guard. I did not notice. Yeah, so I don't recommend fusing Royal Guard's weapons to Royal Guard's weapons. I was just screwing around earlier, and my inventory was full, and I was doing another castle raid, and I was like, I can't just leave these things sitting here, so I fused them to the others. But as you can see, that doesn't exactly help with the weapon durability whatsoever. So you're better off just, you know, doing it old school and, you know, doing it the right way, attaching a good, strong monster part to that. Alright, and as I mentioned, all these are garbage. But that's not really why I did that. I did that for the monster parts. Alright, so moving right along, we got yet one more Korok seed down there in them trees. Happy trees. Good, and there's a glowy mushroom down there. Alright, so this is one of those follow the red signs. And I think they all point to this tree. Okay, I'll do another quick map overview for you guys, just to show you where we're at this point. Now from here I'm just going to kind of walk around this ledge, and I'm going to be going underneath that big overhang, but we'll be on the same ledge the whole way. Stall monsters. I haven't seen one of those in a while. He'll be coming around the mountain when he comes. I think we literally will be walking around this entire mountain. On the other side, I did it to get to a Korok seed. On this side, I'm doing it, well, to get to a Korok seed. Alright, so if you're under this great big sky chunk, you're in the right place. Ooh, mushrooms. And you got a couple of pickups along the way. So this next Korok seed is one of those cork configurations. I'll be honest, these had me stumped on my first playthrough. Mainly because I found one in the water first and I just couldn't figure out what it wanted me to do. Then I found one on dry land, and I was like, oh. So yeah, basically in the water you just have to use your Ultra Hand to dunk that thing underwater and then release Ultra Hand, and that'll kind of make it shoot up into the air. And that'll pop the cork out. Alright folks, so one more, or two more I should say. There's a twofer down here. And we can actually see it down below. It's that little glowing thing. It's, I think, his lantern. I need to find my friend. So we should have hit 10 Korok seeds altogether, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so for this one, you could, you know, get creative and do some building. Or you can do it me style and do that as quickly as possible. Simply extend him out as far as he will go ahead of you. And, you know, kind of go upstream just a little bit, because when we fall in the water, that'll release our grasp on him. And we want to have time to swim over there so we can pick him up again. Alright, folks, so there you have it. Korok seeds number 9 and 10. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the Dueling Peaks. Don't forget your red Bobkin boss over there. And just to show you those Korok seeds, 1 and 2. Got 3. Got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright guys, hope that helped. Best of luck to you and happy hunting.